Hello and welcome to the inaugural podcast on building your muscle of belief in yourself and your ability to actually achieve your vision, goal, or dream that is planted inside of you. My name is Alexey and I will be your host. This podcast is focused on sharing stories of current and former locals of Hawaii who had a dream, goal, or ambition and faced defeat in the eye and didn't believe they can achieve what they imagined. And through encouragement of certain individuals in their lives who came along on their journey and a whole lot of persistence and dedication to their vision, they stepped up to the plate and achieved their goal. This podcast is focused on sharing their successes and failures to encourage you to believe in your ability to accomplish that special thing only you can see. Building your belief muscle in yourself. These stories are here to help show that you too are more than enough. You might need to develop some extra skills, but you are more than capable of accomplishing what you have sitting there in your heart. You see, when you realize that belief in yourself is the key ingredient to progress and you make this principle your own, nothing will stop you towards achieving your goal. Sooner or later, you will be victorious. The awesome thing about our brain is when it hears stories of people just like us who grew up in towns where we grew up and faced similar challenges that we faced, our hearts get a whole new level of belief saying, hey, I can do it too. And it's this belief that gives us enough energy to get us through the most challenging times while achieving our goals. Although these stories will be inspirational and motivational, the purpose of this podcast is focused on watering to grow your seed of belief that you can achieve your dreams, goals, and ambitions. Yes, there will be challenges to face, and when you have that belief in yourself, the chances of achieving your goals and dreams will be close to 100%. We all have or had at some point in our life a dream, goal, or ambition to become something. Naturally, as kids, we all have a strong belief in ourselves to get what we want. But at some point, that belief in ourselves was beaten out of us either directly or indirectly by someone making fun of us because of our failure, a past failure, or directly asking us, who do you think you are to think that you can do that? On this podcast, I'll be sharing stories of real people from Hawaii to help you slowly recognize that all things are possible to those who believe in themselves enough. Through these stories, I want to encourage your seed of belief in yourself to help you see that you are more than enough, more than capable to go and achieve that thing planted inside your heart. Because our goal on this podcast is to strengthen the belief muscle, I will be heavily focusing our time on how our guests got to where they are, looking close at their personal challenges and the hurdles they had to overcome to become who they are today. This podcast is as much for me as it is for you, because there will be days when I and you will lose belief for a moment and need just a little water to keep going. And if we don't get that, boy, is it easy to give up. On that note, I'd like to share with you a principle about human nature, something I recently wrote about. Human nature. It is both inspirational and it could be very tragic. The inspirational part is how we can have an unrelenting belief in ourselves to achieve our goals and dreams, while, on the other hand, it can be overbalanced by the tragic and unforgiving force of doubt and despair. This mix of feelings can hit you like a train and leave you feeling like either you're super incredible or discouraged, ready to give up. Long ago, I heard that the opposite of love is not hate. Indifference is far worse than hate. When you're loved or hated by someone, you are clear and you know exactly what the person feels and thinks about you. But with indifference, it's like hate undercover. It pops up unannounced and can destroy everything unlucky to be in its path. I got to experience this from both angles, both receiving it and, sadly to say, I dished it out to others. And luckily, a close friend knocked some sense into me before I could do too much damage with my indifference. When it comes to achieving our goal or dreams, there's a thermostat inside our minds that helps us determine if we'll continue achieving our dreams or stop going after them. This thermostat has 3 levels to it in our mind. Level 1. When we hear somebody tell us, yes, you can achieve that, or we tell ourselves, yes, I can achieve that, We are red hot on the thermostat, and we are clear on what to do and have all the motivation to go and make our dream a reality. Level 2 is the lukewarm zone on the thermostat. When we hear someone tell us, no, you can't achieve that, or we tell ourselves, no, I can't achieve that, here we are still very clear. Although this is a potential and temporary speed bump towards our progress, with a no, we can learn and understand what's holding us back. Sprinkle a little motivation with a side dish of inspiration, and we can be well on our way to making our dream a reality. A yes or no are clear, and you can change accordingly to make a no into a yes, even if it means taking a different path. Level 3 is ice cold tundra. This is where dreams, goals, and ambitions go to die a slow and painful death. This is where more dreams lay buried than all the people in cemeteries combined through all of human history. Just like indifference, this is a brutal mindset that keeps millions of people in the pits of, at best, average. You see, when you say to yourself, who am I to achieve this? Or when others tell you, who do you think you are to achieve that? This is doubt. And in the end, all doubt is self-doubt. When you realize this, you can take leaps and bounds forward. Remember, in the end, all doubt is self-doubt, regardless if somebody says it or you say it to yourself. It is all yours, because if you don't act on your dream or goal, the doubt is yours. A yes or no are clear. A seed of doubt, however, is unrelenting in its ability to keep you chained to not acting on your dreams and goals. The beauty of this whole story up until now is that regardless of a yes, no, or self-doubt, you will still have that seed in you. That dream and or goal you want to achieve is unique to you. It might develop into something different with time, but it will never disappear. When you have a yes or a temporary no, you're working towards achieving your dream. That seed is planted in the dirt, doing its thing and growing, but when you let doubt keep you back, that's like holding your seed all dried up in your hand. It's ready to grow and produce fruit, yet unable, because it needs to be in the dirt, but instead it's there in the air in your hand without water or dirt. Limiting beliefs are all a part of life living here on earth. No matter how successful one becomes, they can creep up at any moment. That's why I'd like to encourage you to sit down right now and actually write out the doubts you have of yourself. Often things can make sense in our minds, but when we write them out on paper, it's a lot easier to poke enough holes in our own limiting beliefs to the point where they hold no more water, allowing you to continue towards achieving your goal and making your dreams a reality. If you feel like you're stuck at level 3, either doubting yourself or others doubting you, take like 5 minutes today and write down at least one of your limiting beliefs on paper. Play the game of being the devil's advocate and ask yourself, what makes my limiting belief or doubt true? What makes it seem like it's true? Let me share with you what happened with me recently. As I was driving from Hilo to Kona to pick up some coffee for a farmer I work with on a 2-hour ride, about 30 minutes from my destination, thoughts of self-doubt came in like a speeding train. Thoughts like, here you are, trying to create a documentary to help dozens and dozens of farmers from Kau, but you just came here 5 months ago. Who do you think you are? How in the world will you raise $500,000 to make this a reality? Why would anyone want to listen to you? You're nobody here on this island. Who do you think you are to make that happen? Wouldn't have someone else already done this? These thoughts came out of nowhere. Although valid questions, here's a little background of the last 5 months I've been here. I've been working with a Kau farmer for the last 4 or 5 months that I've been living here. I've befriended many other farmers. I'm roommates with a professional documentary maker, connected with leaders from the world of Kau coffee like the president of the coffee co-op, entomologists, people who were in all aspects during the sugar plantation days, and the list goes on. I've connected with politicians, with local historians, story writers, and even had the opportunity to be the face of a local farm for a Japanese airline magazine. 30 minutes later, after I got these first doubting thoughts, I knew what I had to do. I went to the closest coffee shop and wrote out these limiting beliefs and reminded myself of everything that has happened and everything that I've been able to accomplish up until now. Doing this, I was able to redirect my mind and heart back to the next step I need to achieve to make my larger goal and dream a reality, to empower and encourage others to believe in themselves. Give yourself and that dream inside of your heart a chance. Give it a fighting chance to see the light of day. Sit down and just write out at least just one of your doubts or limiting beliefs on paper and question it like a professional lawyer from every imaginable angle. Everything, even the biggest structures in this world, started out with a small brick. One brick at a time, we build our houses. One doubt destroyed at a time will give you the opportunity to build your dream. So start today by writing out at least one of your doubts or limiting beliefs and question it. Because sooner or later, either way, you will recognize the true untapped potential inside of you and your actual ability to make your dreams, goals, and ambitions reality. Plant that seed by sitting down today and questioning your limiting beliefs. By doing this, you will start watering it because eventually you'll recognize how capable you are and that you are capable of a lot more than you ever imagined and watch your dreams come into reality. Until next time, my name is Alexey. Be bold, be courageous, and start writing today. Peace.